Probably should have checked whether or not my cam was gonna work. Some bitch. It's all good. Let's start out with some Madonna today. It's gonna be a good call. I promise. I hear you call my name. Yeah, get it up there just a little bit more. There we go. Ooh, yeah. I wanna. Oh, yeah. Hi everybody, it's me Billy-Shayne here on a beautiful afternoon in January on Wednesday from Cherokee Nation, Arkansas, here in Fayetteville. We're going to get some design going tonight, or this afternoon. We're going to work on some Instagram ads based on the new design that I created for the business cards based on the bud tender profiles, and then after we wrap that up, we're going to move into designing the rest of my Facebook collateral and all my updates for Twitch and YouTube and all that stuff, and I'll show you guys how to do it. I've already got all the templates for each of these files made and ready to roll, so it's just going to be real quick for me, but if you want to follow along, I'll try and make sure to update you with all the specs on each thing we make. So first things first, we're going to get some Instagram ready. I'm going to get a lot of these closed down. I don't need to have my Muxy ticker window in front of me. It's kind of funny when it's daylight because you can see the fan right behind me and stuff. If you're watching, this is a chill stream, so feel free to hit me up in the chat. I'll be watching. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, definitely check out my last broadcast. If you don't want to watch that whole goddamn thing, just go over to my clips and check out the last creative episode I did. I think it was on Monday. Cut some more clips instead, and they're pretty good too, but you know what I'm talking about. We're doing some Madonna. You're going to see what's playing right above me, but you can also scroll down on my channel and check out my Spotify feed from there. You can jump over to my Spotify and actually listen to these songs with me. We're starting off with Like a Prayer by Madonna. While I get my files pulled up, I'm going to put out my first poll. I'm so heavy that when I dance, my camera wiggles. That sucks. Create poll. There we go. Alright, so first poll is out. Go ahead and get those votes in. Just like a prayer. Alright, let me get my files pulled. Going into my design files, and then I'm going to pull open the last one I worked on. I recently moved it, so I'm going to pull it up manually. Doing some shakes. Alright, doesn't look like anyone gives a fuck about voting on this one. So I'll go ahead and get over it. I like Madonna. I'm going to listen to a little bit of it at least. So I got everything but the color ready to roll. And I think I switched this over to RGB, yeah. So I really just want to find the color. Oh, I already have it selected. I'm just going to fill it. Yeah. It's the color we need to be working with. So I need to find my IG. Doesn't look like I've made a new IG. Oh wait, here we go. IG memo. Yeah, this is it. This is it, y'all. Let's see what we got. think this was just a couple of like, yeah, this was some stuff I had done. Oh, God, what the fuck? Why do I have all these color layers over my shit? I don't know. I think it was a fuck up. I'm not gonna need any of this text, but glad I have it. So, text memo. That's cool that I have that ready to deploy. I totally forgot I had done that. Oopsies. We'll move forward and get it. Alright, well, I see one viewer. I appreciate you joining me today. See who you are and give you a shout out. Not listed. Very fun. I think it's just registering the stream elements, honestly, when it does that. But then sometimes it'll go to 0, so who gives a shit? I'm gonna itch my back a little bit. Here's some Depeche Mode, come on. I'm gonna go ahead and get my Facebook closed down. I'll skip this song. Paul Simon, not really. Not really. No. No. I might have to select it. I do like Patti LaBelle, though. Oh yeah, very funky. So what we need to do is just port over all our existing assets. And I'm mostly going to use the... golly, I want the picture from the back. I'm just probably going to do the back and the front, or the back in this background layer. So we need to go ahead and get our background layer to be fitting of the canvas. I'm just going to go a little over to make sure that I have full coverage on these colors. Alright. Alright, so what has... Oh, Photoshop is locked up on me. That happens. Okay, I think it's probably back. No, still gotta wait a little bit longer. Drink break. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got a new attitude. Alright, we're ready. Alright, looks like I got the photos nice and ready. Oh no, I have rasterized it already, and I don't have it locked. This might suck ass. I can at least move it at the current ratio that it's at. Ultimately, what I'm looking to do is figure out a way to announce what's happening and to invite people to come do it with me. I had thought of a couple of different ways to possibly portray this information. But I think I want to get like some NES vectors. See if we can find with that. No. Okay, so NES Zelda. I'm looking for like all the little icons in Zelda. In Zelda. I may have to build my own. Which is fine. I want to find... Yeah, I just want to find like the interface with all the 8-bit icons on them. Bitmap, Zelda, GUI. I don't know if that's going to do it either. Maybe doing Pixel? Pizzle, wow. Fuck that. Well, this looks kind of in the right direction. Let's take a look. It's small, but effectively, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Maybe I should just do Pixel Zelda icon. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is a lot more up the alley. It's close. This is really neat. Ooh. Wow, yeah. These are what I was thinking of. Someone just call that loot. So we're gonna have to build our own versions of those essentially, but it's gonna be easier than it is gonna be harder. And I essentially want to use a couple of these to just kind of get in and create my own little vector library. There's quite a few too. I just want that like OG Zelda. But I don't know that I'm gonna find what those icons look like exactly. That's cool though. Here's someone who made all of them. Flat icons, wow, yeah. So I did that too. So I'm gonna go loot 2. These are just gonna be what we're gonna use to gauge shape and form, and that's gonna help kind of generate these shapes. I'm just trying to make sure that I got all the good shit. 16-bit theme images. To tell the reasons why. This is some ambrosia. Someone new, but darling. Let's look up some other stuff. Let's go 16-bit. You and I've been in love too long. Let's try overlay. I don't know. Tomorrow is a place where we both belong. 16-bit Zelda. Oof, it's a little bit too many. Let's go 8-bit. Baby love. I can't figure out how to think or how to articulate what I'm thinking of in order to build what I'm looking at. Jesus Christ. Cammy, Chun-Li, Zeldaborn. Well played. I didn't expect to see that, but I'm glad it exists rather than not exist. Okay, so I want to essentially find someone who's done some artwork with these 16 bits. I'm trying to think of how I could do that, but I think I'm just going to go to NES video game covers and just go kind of from there, because I think that's where I'm going to get my best action. Yeah, this is kind of in the vein of what I was thinking right here. So I don't have too many things to create. Excite Bike. Kung Fu. These little images down on the bottom of these is I think where I want to fold in these kind of images, but in looking at what they've already got like a whole system and stuff. What does that say? Suspense series, programmable series, light gun series. Okay, action series. I guess that's where I can like stipulate horror series. Alright. We have a couple of things we'll have to get around, namely the Nintendo and some other shit. But let's start with one of the easier ones that we saw up at the beginning. Who's got the largest pixel? Yeah, looks like Mario Bros. Probably. Yeah, let's go and get Mario Bros. Here. Loot 3. Place and time because you and I've been in love too. Well, we're also going to need one of these because I need to understand how to get to those. Okay. So now that we've got all of our resource images pulled, let's try and start incorporating it. So what I'm pretty much taking away is that I've already fucked up this photo, so the shape is also going to be pretty pointless. This gradient map, I'm going to need to keep that around. I didn't even think about that. So I'm just going to delete the thing inside. Oh wait, I didn't delete the thing inside. I deleted the shape. Well, I'll also need to delete that. I'm also just going to delete the physical photo. Very nice. Gotta find my OG pictures. They need to be out of that layer grouping. I don't know why I left them in. Here's some Footloose soundtrack. Come on. Boom. Oh, yeah. Big Footloose kid right here. Just kind of taking a look into the chat, see how everyone's doing here. Got a new viewer, which is nice to know. Well, they're invisible too, so here they went. Let's get started. Gonna need to get these OG photos. Let's duplicate them. Over to IG Memo. Okay, so now we can bring these down to here. Duplicate them. I'm just gonna put photos, copy. Turn them on. Gotta keep that rectangle for now. Actually, I don't know why. I don't know what we're supposed to turn it into. So let's import some of those pictures so that we can see a little bit what we're doing. Let's get loop through loop 4. I think that looked like loop 1 was able to come in. Oh yeah, it was. Loop 3. Parsing the JPEG data. What's going on with you, Loop 3? Oh, you didn't save right. Bye. Got this one. Okay. Let's see what we got to do here. Just in terms of the layout differences, because Instagram does square shit. I can make this a little bit bigger to get an impression. Then I lose a lot of that framing. What I can probably do is push this upper margin. But I don't really want to do that. It's supposed to have that tall. Well, it looks like we could probably just extend this up to about the same margin. So let's get our rulers on. Let's start setting these. So we know that the sides are going to be that big and the top is going to be proportional. So this is about just under ½ inch off the side. So we can do as much from the other way. Alright. ½ inch is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would be 8 out of 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kablam. Alright, now let's go ahead and get our marquee tool. Oop, wrong one. Right one, there we go. And let's draw a selection just based on the trajectory between these points. Then we can probably just fill that and then turn the layer into a shape layer. Okay. Doing great so far. Boom, selection made. So we need to go down here. Put a fill layer in. We got to get that to be, I guess in this case, white. Kind of our theme we're working with. Kablam. And that's going to allow our photo to sit. I think I'm going to start with this one right here. I can't really see it because of this, but let's turn the selection off for now. You can select. Oh, I guess I shouldn't. Go up to select and you can reselect. Oh, we need to rasterize these layers. There we go. Apply this mask. There we go. Bring this down a little bit. I didn't mean to turn you on. There we go. Too funny. So, I guess with this rectangle, let's change its color to the background. And we can probably extend it in a little bit so we can get my name in here a little bit more appropriately. Let's bring it in. I don't think I'll need the majority of this other information, personally. Or at least not on this format, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so. This will actually change to Billy-Shayne. Oh, gotta get my special E character. We're gonna go to our glyphs panel. Oh, whoop, passed it. You twice. I was only trying to be nice, only trying to be nice. There we go. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Drag that out to about yonder. Drop that down, and let's tighten up this leading. So it's at auto, but I want it to be about 13. Maybe 14. Maybe 15. I don't want to see it, goddammit. There we go. Okay. So we got the Billy-Shayne Jackson element. God, I feel like we can just push it a little bit larger. Perf. Okay, so after this, let's go back to our inspiration. We need to kind of get this type going on here. And that's going to be sheared upward at that exact same angle as our actual picture frame. So let's get that set up. And going back to our Google, oh golly, we lost it all. Let's go NES cover. Oh, I already had that. Yeah. I want to see if they keep a consistency between their typefaces. It all looks to just be some sans serif and a goofy color, so I'm ready for that. So we've got creative. This isn't as blocky as I want it to be, so I think I'm going to go back to something like Mission Gothic. Yeah, something a little more full like this. And we can probably get rid of the extra. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more, up to 25 on that tracking. Okay, so let's make it bigger. Much better. Now let's shear it appropriately. Beautiful. Okay, so now we've got our title type. Is it always backed up? Yeah, it's always backed up to that margin. So this actually isn't big enough. Has got you going crazy. Hands up. Dance it out. I know a place where we can. Gotta dig all of that synth. Okay, so we've got our program title here. Let's take a look at our inspiration. Okay, it looks like right after our title, we've got to do some sort of like name of what's going on. Let's see if that's a standard thing across those covers. Yeah, it's all got like Nintendo or some bullshit like that. The party's just beginning. A celebration starting. So how do I want to treat that then? I guess I should take away the Billy-Shayne Jackson up there and move it down. Do they do a double layer on theirs? Yeah. They do a thinner of the same typeface though, so we've got to move this to Mission Gothic. Probably just go down to 10. Ooh, no. I think it is black. Nah, it is bold. It just has no tracking, so we gotta get that nice and tight. Alright. It's going across with a center margin. So, I think this is a black. But it's about like that. This is the biggest change. I don't have mine like this. And it seems like their leading was a lot tighter than mine. All day, man. I'm just trying to get it even. We can move it up here to see if it's touching. We can move this in. Now we need to make one of those kind of like rounded rectangles, and these are going to be a little tricky to get them to form the way we want them to form, just kind of like that Nintendo one is. But I have faith in us. We can adjust it after we get it set. Taking a look at chat. Looks like we didn't keep anyone around for too long. That's about it. Okay, so let's drag this across. Yeah, we can kind of see right there is probably our best form. Let's get rid of that and let's put it to white for now. I've got a non-linear line going, and this is going to just be way too much pixel. Yeah, we're probably going to be able to work with this the most easy. So then we can transform it and just kind of pull that bevel apart a little bit. No, that was too much. Maybe about right there. Yeah, it still works. Let's get this in a little bit closer. Now make it bigger. Let's rotate it. Yeah. Let's bring that in. Hold Alt and just pull it off until we get a match. Perfect. Well, not perfect. That was definitely not thick enough. It was also not really round enough. There we go. Pull that in and then increase up to that area. Same with that, just get it a little bit wider. It's not quite the right dimensions. So you can kind of see that's all right. All right, and now let's get this down here. You can see how it needs to be a lot bigger. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, and so we need to put some type down in that. Billy-Shayne Jackson is already on that angle. And we just can take away the Jackson portion. And then once we're down in here, make the type physically small enough to fit in. Oh, very cool. So this needs to be, I'm thinking, I'm kind of thinking all the types should probably be white. But that's a little tough considering we have to play with these other colors. So let's pull open a library of color. Oh, that's the wrong thing I'm thinking of. Do want to go up here though. I should be able to see color tables. I think that's an Illustrator ability actually. That kind of blows. But it's okay. Let's Let's edit this color. So we make that, we could go more saturated. Something kind of like that. What about if we went a little bit more blue? Green is a little tough to play with. We could go red a little bit. I was kind of digging the black and white vibe, honestly. Live your life. That's pretty cool, honestly. I think what we could do with Twitch TV is make it a little bit smaller, like this, and then duplicate it. Make sure this copies underneath, and then just pretty much turn this to black. Yeah. And then we can fudge drop shadow under them. I don't know if this will look good though. Head it going down. Honestly, it just kind of makes it harder to read. Yeah, so that was a not good idea. Let's just, oh, accidentally right click there. Oh, accidentally right click the wrong thing. Okay, yeah. That's not so bad when I actually get on the level with the illustration. I sneezed, but I'm good. Alright, well, if you're just now joining, we're underway with this design. Must be a little incognito. If you're digging the 80s, let me know. I'm going to move off of this to something I actually really, really want to hear. God knows if that'll come up. Ooh, yeah. Very cool in the game. Uh-oh, I got a text message. As a Chevy, your excitement, wanna be with you. Here is this girl. Alright, so I'm noticing that we're just a little distorted here in terms of our type. I kind of want to move this shit over. I'm just now seeing that they centered the title in this design, but in the actual ones, how do they operate? Oh, they make it go the entire distance. I'm just now noticing that. So that's my mistake. And so does entertainment system. Those all have to go all the way across. So let's start at creative. So let's get that up to snuff. Touch. Okay, now I want to select everybody. Gotta get that rounded rectangle too. I need to get these cleaned up before I lose track of what I'm working on. I need to have like a seal down here of something, and as for Billy-Shayne Jackson, I think we can probably get it like that. Yeah. Kind of create a little address. I can make it a little bit smaller. So that means we need to take this whole unit and move it upward. Good, and that frees up that space I was worried about losing. It does mean we probably won't fit anything into like the bottom left there. And we'll have to utilize this space up here in the actual title. So let's get these grouped together. Caption. And this will go in our title. I need to get these to be green. These need to be orange. Let's get rid of this rectangle. Took me by the hand. keep that locked. Alright, and then let's go ahead and let's pull this back open. Yeah, we need to get that seal. So let's see what I can do about that with a custom shape. I normally have a lot of things like that. Yeah, there's one. We'll probably just have to cut a circle out of it, most likely. So start at the corner, hold Shift key, bring it up. Perf. So we're going to need to go to our shape properties. Oh, I don't know why I generated a shape path. Now, what's up with this here? Why are you creating a shape path, my friend? Okay, sorry, it was just throwing me for a little bit of a loop there. I'm back now. So now we need to excise the middle out of it. Okay. And go ahead and mask. Invert it with a Command I or Apple I or whatever the fuck you're using. Okay. Now let's drag this seal down a little bit. Okay, and then I'd like to put some of the hearts down here maybe. Okay, so let's pull up one of our loot screens and let's start making some of these objects. So for creative, I think I'd like this quill right here. So we're gonna need to make this whole thing quite a bit bigger. Okay, you can kind of see too, just how these squares are gonna interact with. Now in order to do this, we need to use our clone. Oh gosh, I haven't set a pattern in a long time. Ugh, God, that's terrible. I'm trying to think of how you make a pixel brush like that to get a completely square brush. Let's start with a hard shape. Okay. I think this is probably going to be a waste of time versus just downloading one, so let's take to Google. Pixel art brush. I don't know why I'm doing all this. Brush. There we go. It's gonna be the quickest one here. Let's see what Brush Easy has going here. 54 premium results. Sponsored images. Not really seeing what I was looking for. Tina Turner's being a little loud, straight up. Pixel art brush set on DeviantArt. Hi, Jurgen. With the pencil tool. So maybe the pencil tool is what gives us those squares. Let's try it out. Maybe that was just a helpful hint. Okay, so I've got my pencil. For some reason it's incredibly jagged. Man, not really what I'm looking for either. Even though it is nice and bitmapped, it's not a square. This shouldn't be that difficult to figure out, but I'm just not sure about how to get a square out of this. That's kind of close, but if I get this hard, I still have to actually do a stroke. I don't want any smoothing or texture. Okay, I'm able to get just a... Oh, boy howdy. It's not gonna do it either. I would want to build it possibly square by square, but I don't really want to do that. I'm not really seeing any... let's just go pixel brush. Do 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 do. Tina sax solos. Motherfuck. Okay, well, I guess I will just have to use one of my shape tools here. Create just an incredibly small one. And I guess what I could do, I guess what they might be saying is that with your... No, that's not going to make any sense. Oh, how to get you to just be a goddamn square. I feel like there's a setting or something I'm missing. Basic brushes, special round brushes. No. No. Let me just Google the question then. How to make your Photoshop brush square. Square brushes from the drop-down list. Well, I don't think I saw square brushes in my drop-down list. Oh, wow. Append those, please. Do not replace my selection. So I should put them at the bottom. It did not. I don't know where it put them. Here? Oh, that was a terrible choice. Goddamn square brushes? Where are they? Oh boy. Oh, here they are. Boop. This is... I mean, I don't think these will bitmap at any larger of a size, but I guess I should probably generate it at the size that I want it. So I'm going to have to make this loop picture even bigger. Yeah. Talk dirty, baby. Okay, so we'll do feather. Let's get real up and in on this. Okay, so now let's a little bit bigger here, and boom. Oh, I think I might have made it a little too big. No, I mean, that's perfect. Boom. Oof. Boom. Alright. Boom. 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 Okay, so we have one part of our feather. I guess I should actually put quill, stem. Alright, and now let's make another layer on top of that. We're going to call this quill feather. And we're going to merge these at the end, so I mean, you don't have to like lose your shit. Alright, so I'm holding shift, I'm going to drag up. I'm pretty much going to do the same over here. I'm just going to make this... Ooh, missed. There's some Prince going on. I do like Prince, not huge into this song, kind of straight up. Got to. Yeah. So this is going like a dream so far. Let's just finish making this quill. And we can adjust all of the color specs after the fact. Okay, shit. We have to start from up here. There we go. Maybe we'll make it... Is he saying we'll make it to the top? I don't know. Let's check the chat. Working with our square brushes, getting this quill done. We're going to do a couple other vector shapes that we're going to be using for Instagram marketing material. And we're listening to some 80s while we're doing it. I'm Billy-Shayne. Essentially, I don't have anything to post when I'm going live, and I'm also going to make these for phone screen sizes. I'm going to make these Instagram post ones first, and essentially what I'll do is I'll put those out on a day and then delete them. But that way people can get used to seeing that. And I can also put those on Facebook. So I'm getting pretty sick of just being like, come look at me on Twitch. People want to see something. Oh boy, let's see what else we got. Saint Elmo's Fire is always welcome here. Are you a man in motion? Are you a woman in motion? Whatever you are, feel free to hit me up in the chat. So this is a chill stream. So let's get back to doing this 8-bit quill here. I've got my pencil, I've got a square brush that we loaded. We're just going through here and making the quill. We're going to make some other pixel-based art for the other things that I do. Okay, so, boom. Now, right now they're still the same color. We're going to change their color. I want this interior to be black, I think. Yeah, it's probably going to give us the best. Very cool. We'll leave that back actual like fletching of the feather at that green value. Okay, so now let's take away our loot screen. Yeah. Alright, so I got these two selected, and we're gonna bring them forward. Boom. Got my little got my little feather in there. I need to get some sort of seal down here. And also another bit, a type where it would say like action series and all that kind of shit. Yeah, suspense series and whatever. I think it's more of having that shape than it is actually putting something in it, and I can put something silly in it at that point. We can figure that out. We're probably going to have to build that shape in with the pen tool, or I could probably get it done with the line segment tool, so we don't have to do too much backpedaling. Let's go ahead and save this. We're probably going to end up making a group with these guys. You know, if I'm going to put them as yellow, so we can just keep that classification of our Photoshop document as we continue forward. Alright, so let's take a look at what we got here. So far, looking really, really good. I need to get some type down in here. I need to get that shape down over here. We're going to have to modify it a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so let me see my line segment. My line tool here. Pretty much just got to get these angles matched. Bring it out to about, what do you say? Maybe right there. I'm looking at my screen intensely when I'm doing that. Sorry, I disappeared. Ugh, I still got all these weird ass options on it going. I need to turn off this fill and bullshit. The stroke only needs to be about 2. Yeah. I guess it needs to be a little bit more robust comparatively to the other ones, so let's adjust it. It's not really responding the way I want it to. Oh, come on. What's going on with you? That's not 5 pixels. You're lying to me. Well, we still got some people here. So if you're in the chat, let's take a look at who's in the audience today. And a whole bunch of nobody. But if you enjoy what I'm doing, feel free to chime in. I'd love to talk with you while I'm doing this. I'm an extrovert, so it helps me work. Cannot figure out why I can't get my lines to plump up sometimes, and it really bugs the shit out of me. Come on. Why won't you plumping up for me? What happens if I just jack you? You're gonna get any bigger. Why is that? Can't figure out why this goes on with my strokes when I'm actually in the properties menu. Okay. Get bigger. Like, why is my weight not fluctuating? If I put that in at 20 pixels, nothing changes either. I don't want a mask. I just want my fucking line to get bigger. I don't think you can edit them after the fact, because when I come back and I do it, then I suddenly have no problems with its weight. I think it has to be something you predetermine, and it's a lot more cool to roll with you, but I'm not really sure how to get these post problems dealt with. I think it's probably around 10. do you think? Looks similar? Yeah, I think it's probably been more about 8. But I can fix that. Turn the radio up. 9. It's always a process. Uh-oh, you can't hear the Eric Carmen. I gotta come over to my OBS here and get my Spotify Muxie centered. Yeah. I go crazy. So this is gonna be called my frame. Should be a little more specific. Frame bottom. Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze again. And I'm back. I think it's because I dusted today, so I got a little on my face. Give or take. And we're back down to 1 viewer. Some bitch. I liked having 2. I liked it a little too much. Okay, so let's build this frame. Oh, whoops. Forgot you gotta click and hold, and that's a left click and hold. And that right there looks pretty good. Okay, let's make a new shape layers as we go, and that's totally fine because we're going to need to manipulate all of these. So let's zoom in now that we got everything quote-unquote placed right. And let's fix it. So we'll start here at the end. Just want to make sure it's touching the corner. Okay. Let's probably get this guy out of the way. Nah. It's almost there. I just need to get this all the way to the bottom threshold. Okay. And let's move it all forward. Beautiful. So I'm holding control and using my scroll wheel going over right now. Seeing this pixel grouping right here. Who is that? That one's perf. I think it's number 2, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna bring my first pixel. Let's zoom in a little bit closer here so we don't fudge. Just get it up real quick. Get it down and touching. Voila. Okay, so we got our little frame here. Let's pull up our inspiration. And they have it cut off at the bottom for that typography. Which is funny because I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna fit anything in there. Such a weird shape. Yeah. Okay, so get it going like that. Now let's combine all these. Okay. Baby, baby. Sun is fading. Moving on to what we actually need to put in here. So we need to bring some of our type down. I'm just going to make a new type box inside. Creative, Billy-Shayne Jackson, and then what else should I put here? Action series. Yeah. What did they do when it didn't just fill that whole area? I guess what I should probably do is, yeah, instead of this, I've already kind of made it permanent, didn't I? Gotta step back. I want my bottom frame to get unmerged because I want to change this. Where is this most latest one here? Yeah. I don't want it to be that way. So just kind of like what I experimented with, action series. I'm gonna bring it up and off. I want it to be, yeah. So what I'll actually do is I'm gonna add another vertical line instead. Yeah, more like that. And that way I can, oops, get this out of the way. I think I can still probably leave it at that. Let's merge these shapes again.
What an entrance.
Very much. So let's go ahead and make that red. And we got our series title. So just put this in a group with one another. Alright. And make sure that this is a green layer within it. So we want that to be remembered as editable. I guess I need to put this as yellow as well. Something you might interact with each time you put it out. It's not quite a red. And I'll need to put another kind of icon down in there, but honestly, I think I'm just going to bullshit it and go with an Evoleth. Evoleth is a typeface I downloaded, so let's just see what they got. Yeah, these icons, and then we can go into the glyphs. Should show me the entire typeface. It's not going to let me because it's pretending. So I guess we'll just have to experiment with which one I'm looking for. Which one says action? Delightful, just to play my worries away. Trying the numbers now. Very neat. And there's also ones for capitals, but honestly I think this heart one wins it for me. And we'll use other icons for other stuff, and now we need to fill out our little disclaimer in here. Oh, still got Evoleth. Let's go mission. I'll do bold. We're gonna probably need it to be like 6. What does the original one say here? Let's look back at our inspirational image. Oh, I still got all this bullshit. We need to move this inspiration up to the very top. This is assurance that Nintendo blah 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 blah. Okay, so I can kind of make it up then. The one thing that is important, oh boy, make sure to should be called K. We're going to call this action. I'm going to put this up with the series. Probably going to need to find another classification of colors for that. We haven't used blue yet, so get a blue up in there. Flame should still be red. Okay, layer 27 is our seal type. So let's say, yeah, we already got our type metered and margined correctly. I do not want to hear the song. Do want to hear the song. Been showing the Wisp different 80s and 90s movies that she missed out on, and some of them have been Jean-Claude Van Damme related, some of them have been Karate Kid related, and she didn't know about the next Karate Kid. And I know this is from Karate Kid Part 2, but you feel what I'm putting down. Gotta love some Peter Cetera. This movie is pretty weird. Oh, yeah, it does need to be smaller. We need to lose this. Probably take it down to 4. Yeah. This seal. I need to kind of get this type up on this margin. Yeah. Oh, don't have it autoed. I need to auto it. Holds firm. Projects. The projects you see are, and we'll do a big bold one here, original content generated by members of Powwow Inc. or Ruins of Adventure. Ruins of Adventure. And I'll take the Ruins of Adventure bit and we'll make that bold italic as we will with Powwow ink. And then we'll take this and we'll make that black. We'll also probably make it a little bit bigger. Boom, pow, 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 pow. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So this is our creative ad. Looks nice, right? So now let's... Oh gosh, I had imported a lot of this under a false moniker, so we'll put create, or this one will be called Twitch announcement. Not everyone is inside, I see. Not sure who else not inside. Yeah, there we go. I think it was, yeah, when I just moved them below earlier. Alright, so we'll save as, go into our JPEGs, IG. Definitely want these to be PNGs, and we'll go, just what have I been naming shit? Alright, we'll go Twitch Creative W18. Thumbs up, we did one. So we'll boom, boom. We did all the love. Alright, so just walk you guys back through it. Let's get nice and zoomed up. But this is the new Instagram ad that I'll be using to advertise when I'm going live on Instagram, when I'm doing my creative work. I want to make some other ones that I am not talking to you, the Wisp. I'm talking to my viewers, but another failed poll. Oh well. I don't know why y'all don't want to play along, but we'll get over it. Okay, so here we are. And we need to make some of these other icons with our pencil tool. So we're going to open back up our Twitch announcement, which is what we're currently working on. So we need to, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. When you make a group layer color, it changes all the colors inside. I've already gotten quite a nice few things going. I need to get all of this shit closed up, though. Just call it frame photo. And go ahead and get that red and locked. I don't need to do anything with that. We'll call this seal text. I need to find the seal. I honestly think this might be it. Yeah, it is it. Okay, now let's lock this bad boy back up. Seal shape. Combine them. Seal, and then this is also a non-change. Nice fun little sax solo. Okay, let's get this in a... Okay. Alright, so we're back up into Quill. We've got this caption. We're gonna need to get a lot more of these going. This next one is going to be... I'll do creative. I guess, how do we talk about that? I have different ones. I guess this one can be called... man, I don't know. I don't quite know what to call that one. Maybe mapping? M-A-P-P-I-N-G. That's kind of a... yeah, mapping. So... turn off creative, and let's see what we got with mapping. Okay. It's pretty much there. Looks like we probably need to increase the tracking a little bit. Let's go by 10. Let's go by 20. Perfect. Mapping. And we've already got the icon in mind for what we want to happen with this. We need to get these in a group called titles. Let me make that a yellow as well. I think the caption is going to be pretty permanent as well, so let's move that down into our locked. Okay. So yeah, we need to get building our second shape. So let's bring back up that loot. And for this one, I want to look at these options that we have. Ooh, that was a cool one. These are pretty damn neat, I gotta admit. I think for mapping, I don't know, I kind of think of this map right here, literally. So I guess I should probably do that one. Alright, so gonna get in with our first layer here. Get it kind of full frame. Let's call this first one map. And it looks like we're gonna have two parts on this. Where we see this black, I'm just gonna leave subtracted. Or not this black, but that darker color. God damn, Christopher Cross, fuck off. Oh yeah. God, I love this. You into heavy metal? I was big into that. Big into that movie. I've done the magazine a little bit, but this is kind of a little too sexualized for me. I can associate really strongly with powerful, more realistic females, but the moment we get into like teensy bits of clothing, huge fucking boobs, 10-gallon boobs, I'm out. Can't get that. Okay, so let's start with our square here. Well, I did an oopsies. I need to put what I'm drawing above the resource image so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to get this flush. Yeah, just run it like that. Now let's go down, touch this corner. Beautiful so far. Yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of bring it over into these areas. She's riding on a razor's edge. She holds her own against the boys. It's pretty tough to do in the 80s, I gotta admit. Dudes are fucking nuts back then. I think about dudes then and I think about dudes now, and it's like, I mean, we definitely got softer. And bringing this up. Oof. That threshold was not an easy one to meet. Okay, that one was though, which is grateful. And then up. Oh, looks like we fucked that one up. Got it back though. Okay, and then over. We need to get 2 right here. Oops. Probably should have paid more attention. Okay. Oops. Voila. Okay, so now we just got this last one to fill in. I think I fucked that up. So let me start over here. Whew, got it matched. Same thing down here. Alright. Alright, so we got that a little more of a connection there. Take off the loot and then kind of see just how it's coming along. It's coming along really nicely. So now let's reduce its opacity. Turn that layer back on. And let's get these writing parts done. It's funny because these colors are actually going to be subtracted. I'm going to make this the black, but you know, who gives a shit. Man, this movie has a crazy cool 80s video. If you haven't, and that'll happen sometimes when you're holding shift a little too long. Don't let it piss you off. But if you haven't seen the video for Loverboy by Billy-Shayne, let me encourage you. It is well worth it. There's like puppets by Jim Henson. It's crazy. I don't know why they did it the way they did. But certainly not gonna wish it to go away at all. Oh, you know what I'm just realizing out? All these strokes we just made, we did on the same layer, so we gotta pick them all back up. It's an easy fuck up to make. So let's get our new layer. Yeah, here we go. For realsies this time. I make that mistake a lot. I think all designers do. It can be extremely difficult to remember just what all's going on in these software, because you're the only one that's really editing you to a T. And I'd like to pretend, that clients are good editors, but they're fucking not at all. A lot of times they're just worthless. They spoon feed just about everyone you talk to. The vernacular can be so challenging, and the nomenclature can really make it seem like anyone knows how to talk about design like you're being a pompous ass. And it's just like, well, that's not fair. This is just my field specialty. Okay, so we've got our new symbol, and we need to flip the colors. I guess I should probably just be more mindful about it next time. No. Like that, like that. Alright, color overlay. Perf. Okay, so let's get this group. Map. Let's get down here with the quill. Let's make it yellow. I guess now they qualify for blue. Sorry. Alright. Icons. Oh, that was good. Alright, so we have our map. Let's turn off our quill. Let's get our map up here. And let's take that away so we can get it nice and good. Very cool. So now let's save this one. Be-doo-doo. Wow. Do love this song. Okay, so very nice. And so now we're going to need to duplicate this. I need to make sure these assets are in blue as well. So let's duplicate mapping. Let's name using on Instagram to let people know when I'm streaming, so that things stop looking half-assed. I mean, that's the real reason. I'm seeing all these other people. You know, I don't want to say competition because it implies that we don't like each other or something, but I mean, just that kind of like healthy. You know, I'm seeing my peers, I think is a better word. Peer pressure. I'm watching my peers do it, so I'm becoming aware that I need to be doing it too. Alright, so we're going to call this one Sword. Make sure that it is blue. Bring it down into our icon area. Turn off the loot. Get it placed. Don't have my movement selected. Okay, so we'll bring it over. Boop. Sword looks a little fucked up over here. Let me take a look at that original one and loot. It kind of does too, though. Very cool. So let's get it saved. Into our PNG folders, into our Instagram folder. Okay, V Gaming. Very nice. Okay, so we are on to our next one. I think the last thing that I can provide right now is Dungeons and Dragons. So adventuring. Oh, 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 oh. That was a pretty good time. Looking at the audience members, love it if any of you guys wanted to talk. Here to talk, here to chat with, all that shit. Alright, so now we gotta actually fix this type. Ooh boy, yeah. What to do here? I think we're actually gonna have to make it smaller, which is fine. I'll just put it right there in the middle. I can't think of any other word that this... Journeying, DMing, I mean DMing wouldn't really... Mastering? I think adventuring is probably the best description. And what we can do to keep it kind of congruent is let's get a line down below it. Was not the width of the line that I was aiming for, so let's make it double. Let's go to 20 pixels. Much more in line with what I was imagining. And in fact, I need to make a straight one. I'm doing this wrong. Perf. Okay. I'm actually going to make it just a little bit wider. Alright. Now we got to shear it upward. Just eyeball it. Always going to be your biggest critic. Apply. Move it up. Adventuring. Very cool. So, gonna want to go ahead and make that blue. Tie adventuring in to its own group. All right, very nice. Let's get back up that loot. And I think adventuring is probably going to go best. Either that skull, that wand. I mean, I think the chest is going to be the winner here. I don't know why I'm fighting it. Okay. So we're not really working with this 3-color spectrum, but we can make it be like we are. So we'll do this green, this will be white, and this back color is black. Okay? Like I'm in the Twilight Zone and... Whoa. This is a very interesting way that they did this. when I go home at night, I lock the door real tight. Took that one too far. Okay, perfect, right there. Okay, because I might open my eyes and find someone standing there. Just a little crazy, just a little touched, but maybe showers remind me of Psycho too much. I mean, honestly, if showers are reminding you of Psycho, probably just don't take showers. I don't have that thought. Anybody sneaking up on me in the bathroom? Good fucking luck. Woo! Not getting that good measurement right on that. Okay, I think I got it that time. No, I fucked it up again. Did get it that time, though. Alright. Take it down to here. That was too far. Motherfuck. I got it that second time. Who's watching me? I don't know anymore. Uh-oh, looks like I took that one a little too far. Damn. Probably should have done the other way first. Who? Well, I think I'm gonna have the problem either way I go with it. Is something minute is gonna have to happen. But I think if I can at least get that started. Yeah. Oop. Woo, this is a tough one. Oh, come on. Let's get even closer in, down to the pixel here. Thank you. Good God. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, so we've got this layer partly complete. We need to get a little closer, get this line across here. Get that white in between. These are not even. Son of a bitch. It's okay. We're going to come in with our green now. And thankfully, to this black, kind of know where I'm already carving. Right there. To have this kind of like green break. I think I'm gonna have to redo that entire portion of black, or at least the majority of it. That'll bum me out. Oh, and I forgot to make the green layer, so we can do it all. What a nightmare. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this straight across. And just go and select the same fucking brush. Oh, where did I find my squares? That's so easy the first time. Alright, so I gotta increase these. Okay, so I got this as my eraser now. Which is, of course, not applying 100% for some reason. So I've got a whole bunch of bullshit on. Okay. Fixed. Let down your guard, honey. I did it on the wrong part. Okay, so we'll do it through here. Whew. There we go. Let's get back to our brush. Okay. Fucking finally. So let's make that new... Oh, before we do. Chest, dark. Chest, green. I don't know why I said dark. It's definitely black. Everybody walks into the crowd tonight. There we go. Finally. So, let's go ahead and move it. Go back to our brush. Get up into that green. Let's start there. Very nice. I'm going to make a straight line down. There we go. Right over to the side here. Boom. Okay, now let's shear. I didn't realize that one was off, but hey. Now we do. Ooh, that was a close one. Alright, let's see if we can get this one to fit. Oh, perfect. Okay, let's get down on this bottom. Wham, wham. Bob Seger is serious about this song. I don't know why. Considering, you know, it's definitely after his prime career spotlight. Just funny to say. It's fucking Bob Seger. Ooh, yeah. 20 seconds, I'm going to cut the feed. Alright, very nice. Peace out, y'all.